Good morning. It's July 30th at Chez Moi. Happy birthday to me. And we're in the middle of the heat, though it's not terribly hot today. It's only about 75 with a high of 85 projected. So it's kind of cool. We just missed a dance of hummingbirds. There were like 3 of them buzzing around various things. We're well in the way of summer transitions. Let's see. What have I done? You see, my wildflower garden is pretty much going to seed, as is to be expected. Maybe next month I might mow it just to stimulate some fall growth and root development. I took the top off of our avocado, and I mean, just in a week it grew all these branches. So I'm thinking I might want to trim it even further down. I mean, it's getting side branches around there. It really stimulated the branching growth. So yeah, probably be keeping that trimmed. This is one of the first tomatoes suckers that replaced an early squash vine borer Victor. And if we zoom in really tight, we shall have tomatoes in 2 or 3 weeks off of this one. So we're having a little hiatus from tomatoes because the others just succumbed to the blight, and I had to do away with them. But this potted zucchini has quite a few fruits on it. Be having those in the next day or 2. My melons are going crazy. I hope I get something off of them in mid-August. So far I've seen flowers, but I haven't seen any fruits starting to develop. I might need to take the tip off of that growth tip off to do some fruiting. Time to make more tabbouleh, chive butter. Oh, we've got, in addition to the Gaillardia, I don't know if I'm saying that right, we've got a sunflower. It's a cute little dwarf sunflower. I haven't seen any bees on it, but look at all that pollen. Something should be coming for it soon. These giant sunflowers, apparently I had a mix. Still don't have a seed head on them, so we're going to see what they will turn into. I'm getting a second blooming of butterfly weed, but the bees will be happy about that. Time to make more tabbouleh. I'm befuddled as to how pepper plants seem to have gotten in all kinds of pots, because I found one in an impatiens. There's one with nasturtiums. They must have fallen out of something. See, again, my melons are kind of yellowing at the bottom. I'm not sure what that is. I sprayed everything yesterday with fungicide. I'm going to fertilize everything in a pot. And when JR goes out, I'm going to send him for some shaker feed. Because I did put down compost, but I don't know. Oh, can you see the okra blooming back there? Those are some very pretty blooms. I'm quite happy with this okra. No, it's not focusing well. We're going to come around. But yeah, I'm really happy with this okra. I just took a huge zucchini cocozelle off of this one. And you'll see over here that in a day or 2 I'll have another one. This was a victim of squash vine borer, but I dug them out, see? And it seems to be, well, can you see it? I don't know. There we go. Just to the low light. So I dug them out, and there seems to be a good amount of stem left. As you can see, some growth coming up on it. So I think I rescued it, but I hate squash vine borer, and we shall have to keep an eye to make sure nothing else gets in. As I said, these tomatoes just completely succumbed to the late blight this time, so I'm going to let these marigolds grow up, and I planted suckers, 3 suckers. This one, I didn't plant anything in, because I'm thinking I might save that for the beginning of my fall crops, because I'm definitely going to grow some Brussels sprouts and some cabbage and stuff in these pots. I'm not going to let them go to waste this fall. Now, see my impatiens? Okay, there's the one impatiens over there. We'll go see it again because it has a pepper plant in it. But this one is doing fine. those under the tree are not. Are they not getting enough light? Are they getting too much afternoon light? I don't understand it. So I moved all the ones that were on the wall here back in the fern garden. We'll go see those in a second. But I don't know what the problem is. So these peppers, I just took some basil. We had some sage brown butter sauce 3 days in a row. Jalapenos are going crazy. Marigolds. Let's see. Here's some okra. I'm gonna hold off. Those can go another day or so. But you see, I'm getting a great crop from just 5 or 6 plants. Wax peppers. This blossom. Let's see if we can get over and get a front look at this blossom. I think that's very pretty. And the ants are all over it. It's kind of weird. I mean, I know they have a bit of an aphid problem, but it hasn't seemed to hurt them. Again, I sprayed these with fungicide. What is eating this plant? Is it a whitefly? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Well, as long as it doesn't spread, I guess we're good. I'm beginning to get the first of the cucumbers. These guys had squash vine borer, and they're kind of in a shady spot, so it was an experiment. If I don't get any squash off, I'll put them up. Gotten one yellow one, but they all seem to blossom like this, set a fruit, and then just kind of shrivel up. So here's an example. I get them about that size, and then they just kind of shrivel up and die. I don't know why. Oh, well, part of it's probably because of these golly darn beetles. These are not ladybugs. They're evil. You should take them and squish them immediately. Just like that. Squish. Alright, I'm beginning to get eggplant. See, eggplant setting fruit. I don't know which is which. I don't remember which are the lavender and which are the black beauty, but we'll find out. I'm beginning to get some peppers. I got a pepper last week. And those over there ripening. The jalapenos are just gangbusters. So again, lesson learned, maybe 2 habaneros, 3 jalapenos, and lots of bells, because those are taking forever. My tongue garden still looks really good, right up until under the tree. So I don't know if it's a fertilizer issue or a sun. It should be getting plenty of water. Got lots of little baby cucumbers developing. It's going to be cucumber season soon. My walkway. Let me just look. Oh, darn it. He took it in the basket. Well, I might show the harvest later. But look at my walkway. So this is why I know that, or don't understand why the impatiens that were right there look so spindly, while the impatiens that are right here look so lush. I'm going to trim some edges and tops to keep them blooming nicely and to open up the walkway a little bit more. But doesn't that look nice? Black spot, sigh. They do look a little better than they have in past years. They're not quite eaten alive, but they take a lot of spraying. If I'd known that, I might not have planted them so permanently. See, and these impatiens are doing okay. So they get more morning sun and almost no afternoon sun. So maybe that's the difference. Camellia setting more buds. Someday. I want to fertilize everything in a pot. I feel like I need to bring that one down, like there's something growing in it that's not an impatiens. I need to trim all my impatiens. Okay, so here's what I was talking about. Here are the spindly ones. That's probably one of the better ones, actually. But look, these were looking really deep green and lush, had nice big leaves on them. And now they're just tired. They look so tired. You see. I mean, maybe it's just the end of the season and they're pumping out and I need to trim them back a little bit. But, so they got a lot of rusty spots on them and weird shaped leaves. They're just not doing well. My ferns, on the other hand, beautiful, lush. Getting even new fiddleheads in August. Well, late July. Can you believe it? Yeah, I know. I still haven't built my rick or gotten this out. It's just been so darned hot. I mean, it's been hot enough that I think it's hot, so heat indices of like 107 and stuff. I can't do that. Not after a full day of work. So here's my backyard ones. So obviously some of this is heat, and I need to give them a little bit of water. They're drying out a little bit. It looks like the ones that had the Job sticks are doing very poorly compared to the ones that just got cut. So there's the lesson. Don't over-fertilize impatiens. I planted a bunch of the ones that were 2 and 3 to a pot in the ground, just to reclaim some pots because I want to start more basil for indoors. And it looks like everything out back here needs a good watering. I give it a nice good soaking early this morning. It'll be a good thing for the rest of the day. It looks like the bees got out and about early because I don't see, yesterday there was a nice beard on Galadriel and her entrance just looks deserted. So I think because it is 11 that all the forager bees must be out. I'm a little bit more encouraged that I see about the same amount of activity around Lilith's entrance as Galadriel's and Luthion's, but I procrastinated, got really sluggishly lazy last week and never got in the hives. Bad me. So I really have to check out her laying pattern and shake. I need to know exactly what's going on with Varroa for August 1st, because that will determine what we do for the fall. So we're going to end on the indoors with some baby chicks. I kind of want to grill out today. I think that'd be fun. We haven't done that, and it's going to be, as I said, such a lovely day. Haven't been outside. It's a Sunday, so maybe the neighbor kids will be over visiting their grandparents. My kids will have someone to play with. Right. So, it's a little clunky in here because a lot of my room is taken up with chicks. And so I've tracked a lot of shavings. There they are. Hello, chicks. See, they've gotten a lot bigger. If you can count, you'll note that we lost one of the well summers. It was very sad. I came home one day and she was kind of standing off from the others. She just looked sleepy. Later that day, she looked really sleepy, couldn't get her eyes open. So I made some electrolyte solution. Come here, chickens. Come here, girl. There you go. And I fed her several meals in an eyedropper. Trying to get them to eat out of my hands. She looked like she was doing okay, and then we found her dead the next morning. It was so sad. Oh, sweetie. You want to jump up there? So I'm trying to get him used to coming when I call, eating out of my hand, jumping up on my hand. Are you interested in your movie? Good chicken. Here you go. So I suppose if it had to be one of the chicks to die, it was good that it was the well summer, because the others have distinctive enough markings that I can tell them apart. There we go, girls. Alright. Well, I have things to do today. So that's all from Chez Moi. Another year. And another flock.